Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Sheila Beela coming to you with another review of Tyler Perry's Sistas season 6, episode, is it 15? Too close to home. I have it down in the description. Yeah, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I am a growing channel, and the more and more you do like my commentary, the more it goes through the algorithm, and more people will start to see my commentary. And I just want to say thank you, thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, thank you for your comments, because I do respond back in the comments. I do like to hear, what you have to say, your feedback, things that I missed, things I probably left out, things I got right. It is what it is. I just like to have just the whole back and forth with you all. We are getting into this episode, but I just wanted to express my gratitude and thank you. Okay, so the episode picks up where it left off with Zach, with his baby. Now, I said that the baby was 5 years old. Yeah, I said the baby was 3. Okay, the baby is 3, child, but he's still in these Pampers. And they see Karen coming coming around the corner. Zach was like, you know what, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. But Karen like, what's this? What's going on here? And she like, who is this? Who is this? And Zach don't feel like it. He tired, Fatima just shot a Fatima just shot a gun in the air, got Madam coming through with 15 11 dudes beating up the boyfriend. He over. He just ready to go home. But Karen like, what's going on? So you out here buying diapers? Who is this? Are you the father? Hold on, wait. Is this the other baby mama that said that you the father? And so at first I was like, y'all ain't gotta talk to her. Just get what you need to get and go. But Karen is on it. And so Fatima like, you know what? I don't have time for this. And then Karen looking at her like, what, you Susie homemaker now? I was like, oh, okay. And then Karen is like, so what's your problem? And then Fatima's just like, yeah, I'm a problem. I'm a problem for insecure women like you. Insecure, yep, that's what I said. I was like, yeah, that's what she said. She said you insecure. But Zach just like, you know what, let's go to the car. Let's go to the car. And Zach is like, baby, let's just go. Karen like, baby, yes, baby. Yes, he said, baby girl. And Zach said, yes, baby, baby, my love, my life, my everything. I done told you that 1,000 times. But Tima like, and how many more times do he gotta tell you? And I'm just like, okay. So Karen just like, you know what? No, Zach said, I'm tired. Karen, I'm tired. And Karen like, oh, you tired? So, I don't know what you tired for, because when this baby get here, I mean, you got one baby, now you finna have another one on the way. And Karen trying to figure out, where does her baby fit into all of this? Where my baby got to do with all of this? Gonna fit in. And Zach is like, I'm gonna take care of your baby. Like, what's your questions? What you got? So Karen running down 50 11 questions. So this your child. You the father of this child. So you took a DNA test with this child, with that woman. He like, yes. Karen trying to figure out what her child got to do with it. Look, I'm gonna take care of your child just like I'm taking care of this one. I also, you taking care of kids. Zach like, I'm not about to mistreat no baby. And Zach is like, have you ever seen me mistreat somebody? Karen said, I ain't never seen you with a baby. Okay, then. He ain't about to be mistreat nobody. And Zach like, you know what? I don't have time for this. I'm finna go. Karen like, I'm not about to sit up here and make a scene in the store, but Zach don't want to hear it. He walks off. And Karen like, I know you not I know you're not about to be walking off. So she pushing that buggy right behind them, following them. And I'm like, Karen, let it go. This is not the time. Read the room, baby. Read the room. So she running behind them talking about stop. And then Karen is like, so I'm trying to figure out what we got with this whole, because she calls out for Fatima. And Fatima like, Karen. And so Karen is just like, I'm trying to figure out how we going to do this whole co-parenting thing. If I leave my child with you, are you going to treat my baby right and all of this stuff? So Fatima like, yeah, I already told you, I don't have no problem with you or this baby. I'm going to, treat this baby. I'm going to treat his child right, period. And so Zach is just like, you know what? I'm about to go to the car because this baby is tired. I'm about to put him in the car. And Fatima says, okay, we'll strap him in. And then when she says strap him in, Karen like, but you ain't got no car seat. What you mean? You gonna take care of this, but you ain't got no car seat. So that's when Fatima just give her a whole rundown. And she's just like, Karen, I know that you're gonna be a loving and caring mother. And she said, and I know that you will never leave your child at home all by himself, sitting in his own ways and having a man beating the crap out of him. And she said, and I know that she said, now if you want me to go and take this baby back to his mother so she can just keep mistreating him, okay. Just because I ain't got no car seat, what? Because she was saying we wanted to go check on him, and that's how we found him. And Karen over there looking dumb, like, oh my God, I ain't know all of this. And so Fatima reassures her, like, you're going to be a good mother. But right now, we're concerned about this child right here. I just want to take this child home. This child is scared. He needs a bath and he needs love that obviously he ain't getting from his mama. That's what we trying to do with this child. And one day, hopefully, you can see. So Karen over there looking dumb. I was like, yeah, you dumb. I told you to leave it alone, Karen, but nah, you want to sit over there and be running up behind them with carts and stuff. Worry about your own groceries. You know what I'm saying? you know? So Fatima walks off and she put her little bag, whatever she got, and she go ahead and check out. While Karen in the back looking molded, like, I put my foot in my mouth. Yes, you did, Karen. You put your foot in your mouth. Sometimes you gotta let it go. A deal with it. Anyway, I'm glad, but you know what? At first, when I saw the scene, I was like, y'all ain't gotta explain nothing to her. Just go ahead and do what y'all gotta do. But sometimes you gotta learn how to shut somebody up. And that's what she did. She shut him up. Fatima shut Karen up. Just to let her know that Zach is a great father. He gonna be a great father to this baby, to your baby Karen, and to my baby when I get ready to have him. I'm talking about Fatima, baby. All right, so let's go on to the next scene. All right, so you have Maurice sitting on the couch. Now they just got them a new TV. Good, but Maurice said ain't nothing on TV when Calvin walks in. Maurice is scared. At the end of the day, he's just scared because, he went down there to the precinct to turn himself in. They sent him home without any answers. So he telling Calvin, can you stay up and watch TV with me? Because obviously Maurice said he ain't getting no sleep. He just gonna stay up all night. Calvin said that's not gonna help you. You need to get you some rest. And then it's almost like Calvin and Maurice really have a heart-to-heart conversation because Maurice is like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? It's like I'm always picking the same type of man, the seemingly straight man that has all these issues. And he brings up Sabrina had already told him that Maurice thinks that he's trying to save his father over and over again. And Calvin just lets him know, you know what I'm saying? When you kids, you do have childhood trauma that carries over into adulthood, which is true. And yeah, dude, you need some you need some therapy pretty much. And Maurice don't want to blame it on that. He doesn't want to look at it like that. He's just like, he just needs to know how to get it right. But the thing about it is, Maurice, you got to look at what you're doing. If you're doing the same thing all the time, do something different. Don't do the same thing over and over again. Because even Calvin said, my childhood ain't been the best either. And Maurice looking at him like, dang, you'd have been through some stuff too. And he was like, yeah, but I'm not about to sit on this couch and do no woe with me moment, which I'm glad because I'm like, Tyler, he like writing a lot of woe is me. I done had a bad childhood. Can somebody have a good childhood? Can somebody have good two loving parents that raise them up right, that they have to go through a lot of mess? Man, like, can somebody be happy from the beginning to the end? But anyway, Calvin said, I'm gonna be there for you. You know what I'm saying? I got your back. And he finna get ready to go to bed because he can't be sitting up with Maurice all night. And Maurice tell Calvin, you know what? I love you. And Calvin said, I love you too. And I was like, that's good because, that's what Maurice need. Maurice need, somebody that's just going to genuinely love him for him and platonically. He don't need no boyfriend, because he keep picking the wrong man because Q wasn't that guy. He just need genuine friendship. Somebody that's going to be there for him, and that's what he needs. So I was just kind of good with that or whatever. And I like that dark blue, that royal blue on that orange, that color code. That's cute. All right, so now they're back at the house, right? And I was like, where y'all groceries at? Now, when they walked in, where y'all groceries at? Now, y'all bought all this little food and Pampers and stuff, and y'all didn't bring none of it in the house. So anyway, they sit down. Zach says he's finna go up there and run little baby Michael a bath. So when he's up there, Fatima looks over him and just like, oh my God. She looks at his back and she's like, Zach, come here. Like, so Zach comes down and Zach is like, what's up? And she was like, look at him. And so she looks at his back and Zach is looking at him like, are you hurting? And he said no, but then he pulls up his pants leg and he has bruises on his legs. So they just like, oh my God, what has this boy went through? What has happened to him? So they just like, we're gonna have to call, try to get the judge to see them real quick, and yeah, they just gotta do what they gotta do. But right now they just gonna feed the boy and make sure he get a good bath so he can, just have a good night's sleep. And I took this picture because I thought this was a really, really nice moment because Zach is like reassuring this boy, you here now, I'm not gonna let nothing happen to you whenever you with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my best to be there for you. And I just thought that was cute. Do y'all think they look alike? I don't think they look alike, but you know what I'm saying? You know, Karen said they don't need no more DNA tests because they look alike, but yeah, I still get another one. But anyway, it is what it is. As long as he there to help save the baby, because the baby needs some help. All right. Now you have Danny. Danny creeping in the night, thinking she just finna go ahead and get in the shower and I tell her man what's going on. But of course, Preston ain't sleep. So he's just like, what you doing? What you creeping in here for? You sure got in real late. And so Danny like, oh, so you feeling better after that trip you went on, because he had smoked that stuff. He got real high. And Preston was like, because you know what? I couldn't feel my face. He was like, not that my face was numb. I just couldn't feel my face. And then he said, well, I'm glad nobody else knew about it. She just kind of put her head like down because she know that Zach was over there. And so then he starts to ask her like, how was your night? What did you do? And so she brought up the whole thing with Andy and she was with Andy on the date. And he was like, what was you, a third wheel? He was like, no, it was just a blind date or like on a dating app. And it was her and Sabrina and she wanted to just make sure that she was good. And I was just like, so you gonna have the spirit of omission. The spirit of omission because you'd be lying. And some people feel like, now let me know this in the comments. Is omitting the truth the same as a lie? I mean, I think it is because he's clearly asking you questions and you are clearly not giving him full truths. You're giving him half truths. And then he brings up the whole rose in her hair. And like, where did you get it from? And she said, just the man off the street. I was like, no, the man that you was with got it from the man off the street. And then that man put that rose in your hair. So you're not going to tell him that part, huh? No, you're not. And you're not going to tell him that y'all rode on a bus all night. You know what I'm saying? Then had to catch Uber at the end of the night. Now, she ain't telling him that either. And then I'm just like, okay, here we go, Danny. Here we go. You finally get to a point to where you was really trying to give love a try. Now this man come out of nowhere and now you wishy-washy again. So what you gonna do? It's just crazy to me. So Danny just on this thing like, well, I need to go take a shower, and Preston like, can I join you? She like, no, no, no. So she go ahead and she goes in the shower. And when she gets in the shower, when she's in the mirror, she gets a text message and she's smiling. And so he comes up behind her, just looking at her while she's smiling. She looks up. She looked like she's seen a ghost. Literally. She gonna tell me some, boy, you can't just be sneaking up on me like that. You real white back there. Yeah, I mean, he is a little white, but you know it is what it is. He was like, "What you smiling for?" I came in here because she said you could have knocked. First of all, you got your door open. Second of all, I didn't even think you had doors because the way you walked through that house and you went straight to that bed, I was like, you used to have a divider in there. Now you just one big room. Child, just walk in there and pee. So anyway, he said he had to go pee. He goes over there and pee. And I'm just like, Preston, you asked her a question. Why was she smiling? You should have let her answer instead of you answering for her. Because he told me, oh, you got a text from one of the girls, which saved her because what you gonna say? Who texting you, Danny? Danny. Who texting you? Tell him. Tell him. Tell him it's Tony. But now she ain't gonna do that though. And she just gonna kind of So anyway, that is what it is. So you have a knock, knock, knock. Where my knock at? So Fatima like, who is it? Who is it? Let me get my screen back right. Okay. So knock, 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 knock. Who at the door? So it's Karen. I'm like, what you doing, Karen? Don't be over here on no mess. But she had a car seat in her hand and she had obviously the groceries that they didn't bring in the house, but she had brought some other stuff over there, right? And it was nice. When I tell y'all I smiled when I saw this, I smiled because I was like, I don't want to see a bitter Karen. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of a mean, angry, bitter, woe is me. I was with Zach for this long and he didn't treat me like this. I don't like you. I'm moody. I was sick of that. So when I seen this scene, I was like, thank you. Olive branch. And Fatima received it, And so she was just like, look, I'm sorry. Now I get it. I'm bringing this car seat over here and some other stuff for the baby. She said, because I know what Zach went through. Did he tell you? Yeah, he told you or whatever. And so, they just kind of had a moment. And Fatima said, do you want to come in? I said, no, Karen. No, Karen. You do not want to go in there. And she said, no. I was like, thank you. Who, y'all ain't friends like that. You ain't good, but y'all good. I mean, are y'all good? Are y'all almost? Y'all like good. Y'all like the G and the O. Y'all not the O-O-D. So yeah, baby steps. But Karen is just like, look, she was just sad to hear about what was going on with the baby. And she was like, Zach, that happened to him when he was a young child. And she don't want to ever see a child going through anything like that. And she was just like, look, I just want to be good. She was like, she was just like, I just don't want to really go have this back and forth. She just really want to be good. And if you need her for anything or whatever, it's cool. And she also said, Karen said she just want to get to a point to where when she sees Zach, she don't have them feelings anymore, pretty much. And Fatima understood. She said, I know. She said, just like she told you before, she was like that over a man. She had to get to a point to where she would be okay when she didn't see him. And can we please get her to that point to where she's okay and she ain't got to look at Zach and feel like she missing out on the love of her life. Please send Karen somebody that Karen really, really like so they can go on about their business. Zach and Fatima and Michael and little bitty Zatima baby girl and Karen and her baby boy girl, whatever that's gonna be. Good. Whew. So that was that. I was happy for this scene and we're gonna move forward. So it's the next morning and Andy is doing Pilates or yoga or whatever she's doing early in the morning before she get ready to go to work. She gets a phone call and it's Karen and Karen comes up, right? So Karen comes up into the penthouse and Karen is just looking at Andy and she's just like, you know what? I'm sorry. She wants to apologize. Andy still feels some type of way because she was like, dang, I really didn't deserve how you've been treating me. And Karen is just like, you know what? I know. I'm just going to blame it on the baby. She can't blame it on the alcohol, child. She going to blame it on the baby. And Karen is like, so how long you going to use this baby as an excuse? Karen said she got 7 more months. I said, hold on, wait. Somebody is lying. Somebody is lying to, hold on, wait. You mean to tell me that Karen is 2 months pregnant out of all we've been through ever since the season 4 and this season 6? So she ain't, she ain't 2 years pregnant. She 2 months. What? When I tell you and then they gonna talk about she's showing. Who shows that 2 months? I did. Did y'all? Girl, when I tell you I'm about to slap somebody. So she's showing that too. I could have sworn y'all could have at least gave her 6 months or something. 2. So we gotta deal with this for 3 more seasons. Come on. When I tell y'all better hurry up with this pregnancy. Cause child, I can't deal with this for half a minute more months. Tyler gonna drag this pregnancy out. And then here go Andy. Girl, look at you. Turn to the side. She better turn to the side because you can't see nothing from the front. I need some glasses, some bifocals or something, child. Anyway, so Andy rubbing on her belly and all of this stuff. And then they get over there and sit down and all that. And so then she says she brings up Zach that she saw them in the store. And, she brought the baby, Zach car seat and all that stuff. And because she saw the baby and Fatima and all them in the store. And so Andy looking at her like, what? Hold on, wait, what? She was like, yeah, and the conversation really wasn't the best. But then she saw her again and they had a regular conversation, like not the grocery store conversation, but a regular one to where when nobody calling nobody out their name, just regular. And so she was just like, oh, okay. So I see we trying to make progression, right? And then she brings up the fact like, she doesn't want to like Zach anymore. And she says she tore up his check, and with her building and all that stuff burning down, she don't know what she's going to do. And so Andy is just like, you know what? I will help you out. And she said, really? Karen was like, really? She said, yes, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to be there for you. All of us, we're going to be there for you. And I was happy because I was like, Andy is a good friend. But when a lot of that stuff, when she was going back between Fatima telling all these different things, I was like, dang, it looked kind of weird. But at the core of their friendship, they do have a core friendship to where they're able to argue, fuss, fight, but they can still come together to be there for one another. And I guess that's the premise of Sistas, right? And so good. And Karen tells Andy, like, look, I just want to be by myself, me and my baby. I just want to focus on my baby and me. Not Zach, not Aaron, nobody, just her, which is good. And then Andy brings up the date that she had, and all the girls was there, and she said she met the guy and his friends, and what was the guy name? Jordan. And she was like, Jordan, okay. And she was like, and it was almost as Andy was saying, like, their friend group is just like our friend group, everybody real cool. And she said she was going to go on another date with him as well. And then Karen brings up Karen brings up Gary and what you gonna do with him. And Andy ain't really trying to really think about Gary right now. She said that's done for right now. And Karen said, but you still in his pen. She said, no, this is my penthouse. It's not Gary's. It's mine. I said, okay, go on with your penthouse. Do what you do. Okay. So they came to an understanding, and Andy was just like, is that it? Because I got to go take a shower. And then Karen tell her, yeah, you do need to take a shower because she says, is it that bad? Yeah, it's that bad. Girl, I was like, dang, how long was you stretching for you to be smelling like that? Anyway, so I thought this moment was cute. They were laid on the bed. I said, how do he sleep? Zach got on a full thing of clothes, jewelry, and everything. But anyway, Fatima come downstairs and she snaps a picture of them sleep on the couch. Clothes, shoes, rings, watches, necklace, bracelets, and everything else. Anyway, I told you that little boy be acting. That boy is an actor. When I tell you he know how to sleep, can't nobody sleep like him. And so, Zach gets up. They go and they kind of have a, little one-on-one. This is what we're going to do today. We're going to, try to get a judge to see them so they can try to, I guess, get custody of the baby, and they were talking about the mother because Fatima wants Zach to call Heather, which is the mother. And he was like, no, I don't want to call her right now. He just want to go ahead and get this stuff situated with the judge. And she's like, Fatima said, I know she know where we at, and for her not to call, that really speaks volumes of who she is. And Zach just like, you know what? I'm just trying to make sure this boy is good. We gonna end up meeting up later. Call me when it's time for me to go up there. Cause Zach is trying to get this thing rushed, signed, sealed, and delivered. He wants custody. He trying to do everything in his power not to have that baby go back over there to their house. So that's the game plan. They give each other 2 kisses and they gone. And now Sabrina goes over to the house and she's checking in because she has to go and pretty much tell Maurice what was going on with Bio and the lawyer and all that stuff. So as soon as she comes in, Sabrina like, she got bad news. And Maurice is automatically like, I told you. And Sabrina says that Maurice was right, that the boy was homophobic. I'm just like, I just didn't think he liked you. But Sabrina compared it to a racist saying that they not racist. But they still got to try to figure out what they're going to do about this whole jail situation. Maurice said, you know what? Now, I know we done been through a lot and we done got you in this. But you going to have to go jump up and down on that thing. You know what I mean when I say jump up and down on it. And Sabrina like, no, I'm not finna do that for no money. I'm not going to risk my integrity for that. And he was like, well, shoot, that's what I do, But then Sabrina says, I wonder if I can go get the money from Andy. I was like, dang, Andy already gave you money, Sabrina. Come on. Andy got that much money? She could just hand it out. Now she done gave you money to help you out on your bail. And now she finna give Karen some money to do whatever they need to do. So Maurice, it looked like you need to go over there and sleep with Bayo and leave Sabrina out of it because you the one that's getting your bail revoked. Not Sabrina, but y'all don't even know yet that the charges already dropped. But I'm just saying, until you find out, you the one need to be going over there jumping up and down on him, not her. And so Calvin is just like, we gonna try to figure something out, we gonna whatever, we gonna go and see Andy. Maurice said, I don't want to see Andy. And then he started talking about Andy. He started saying, what he said, he was just like, she don't like me because she jealous of me. And he was like, somebody, she don't like me because she jealous of me because all the niggas want me. Because when they see me, they come to me. When they see her, they stray away. I was like, nah, Maurice, when they see her, they buy her penthouses and Rolls Royces. Get it together, Maurice. See, when your man see you, they end up putting you in jail. When your man see, they end up putting you in jails for crimes that you didn't commit. So who got the upper hand? He gonna talk about cause he big and she little and she look like crepe paper with 4 locks. I said, Maurice, but you look like a, big back with a blue blue nightgown on. But anyway, but Maurice said, I gotta get my wig and my heels together because she is not about to see me slipping. I said, child, get it together. And I know why you mad, Maurice. You mad because Andy read you. Andy read you down about yourself because you was being ungrateful. Don't get mad at Andy because she had to get you together. It's okay. So go and get your wig and your heels together so she can tell you the good news that these charges have been dropped. All right. So they're going to go on down to see Andy. Oh, this is a long review. I was not trying to have this review this long. All right. So now Andy gets to the office. She has some flowers waiting on her. Fatima done already read the card and all this stuff. So they end up talking about her date. Andy said it was incredible. Fatima said, "Oh, incredible." She was like, if I had a word to describe it, it was that." And then they talk about her being on this bus, and then Fatima is like, "Is that a code word for for X and X?" And she was like, "No, they literally took a bus. It was a different experience. It was fun. It was whatever, whatever. It was just something different." And he said that she was thoughtful and all that stuff, hence the flowers. So then Fatima brings up, I got your stuff ready. I got all your paperwork, but I am going to have to. Oh, they bring up the stuff about the whole grocery store and all that stuff. And how Karen came to Zach and Fatima's house and all that stuff. And so Fatima said, "Oh, she told you about that?" Yes, she did. How everything. And then Fatima says, "Is Karen all right?" Because she's cool, and then sometimes she goes off. They have a word for that, by phone. But Karen said, "No, Andy said my friend is not that. She just pregnant, but I ain't never seen no pregnant woman act like that. But it is what it is." And then Fatima goes ahead and tell her, I got everything settled for you, but I do need to leave early so I can, go and take care of this custody thing, go meet up with this judge and all that stuff for Zach. And Andy is like, "Well, as long as you got everything taken care of, you can go ahead and leave." So that happens. And then Fatima calls Zach on the phone, and he was like, the lawyer guy is about to be up here, so I need you to come on and come." And they say everything good over there. Yeah, everything is good. But when Zach looks back, because Zach said that he wasn't eating, earlier he wasn't eating. But when Zach was on the phone with Fatima, he looks back and he sees the little baby Michael is putting food in his pocket. So Zach is like, "You know what? I gotta get ready. I'm gonna have to call you back. I'll just go ahead and meet you up there at your job so they can go ahead and go see the judge." And so when they get off the phone, Zach goes to baby Michael and he's just like, "Look, when you're with me, you don't have to do that. Let's get that stuff out your pocket. I'm going to make sure, you're eating and you're eating well. So you don't have to hide food or keep food until later because you won't be hungry here." I was like, oh my God, it is so many scenes in here that are just so pure. Like, oh, because yeah, it was good. You know what I'm saying? These were just really, really good scenes. And he's just reassuring his baby over and over and over again. Like, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. You don't have to worry about it. As long as you're with me, you're going to be good, And it's nice to hear. So he's getting ready to get this baby so they can go ahead and go. And then now you have Danny. She's about to go to work 2 hours early. And Preston is watching her. Preston is like, "Are you okay?" So Preston wants to have this check-in because he's like, "So you're going to work 2 hours early." She's talking about she trying to beat the traffic. And Preston is like, "Okay, let's have a check-in. You haven't, every time you get to a point to where you want to be in a committed relationship with me, you end up pulling back." Danny is like, "Well, we haven't been in a committed relationship." But he knows her signs. And then he kind of being funny. You know what I'm saying? She acting funny because of the simple fact of what happened between her and Tony on that whole date. So it's like, why are we going through this? Why are we going through this? I'm really tired of this Preston and Danny roller coaster. If they're going to be together, please write them to be together. If they're not going to be together, break them up. Because this roller coaster between them two, it's exhausting. I actually was rooting for Danny because I want Danny to have something consistent on this show. Not all these different men, not her, meeting somebody and they go somewhere and jump up and down on each other and then it's back to Preston. Can we please give Danny something more than that? Can we put her in some type of good relationship? Can we please get her out of this box apartment? And can we please show her doing something more on her job? I'm just really, I'm just tired of it. Danny is trying to tell him that everything is good. You ain't got nothing to worry about. But yes, he do, Danny, because you trying to hurry up and get to work so you can go see that boy Tony on your job. That's what you trying to do. But anyway, he says she walks off. He said, "You ain't gonna give me no kiss." Then she go over there and give him a kiss. That's what I want. I want my sugar, whatever. Child, you gonna be crying in a minute because she gonna be over there with Tony later. All right. So then this is the scene, the ending scene. Zach is trying to go to the judge to go and meet up with Fatima. So he's walking out with the baby in his hand. Heather comes up. There he is. There he is. That's my baby. He took my baby. He took my baby. Zach is just like, calm down. You know, like, no, this, and he's trying to explain to her, but she don't want to hear it. And the scene really goes off. I'm like, so Heather, you really came up here with this little old bitty looking police officer? Zach, you really can run him over and go on in your car with this baby. But I guess. So I'm just like, Zach, get this baby from her so you can go ahead and get custody. Please. Because he was like, you don't want to do this. You don't want to go through this custody thing with me. She said, I don't care about no custody. So that's supposed to come up next episode. Whew, yes, I did not think that this review was going to be this long, but I really thought that this was a good episode. I really, really did. It seems like the storyline with Zach, Fatima, and Karen is moving right along. It looks like Andy, she's moving forward because she really not trying to deal with Gary like that. The Sabrina and Maurice, they're moving forward because this case is about to be over. The only person that's still stagnant is Danny. Danny, the only person that's stuck. Can Danny be unstuck, please? Can we see her with some type of progression? I just get frustrated when I see Danny because it's like everybody else is trying to go on. Even Karen. Karen is just like, look, I just wanted to be me and my baby and get my shot back where it needs to be. Some type of purpose, something. Anyway, yeah, this is Sheila Bila. Whew. Thank y'all for sticking with me to the end of this video. Thank y'all. I love y'all. I know I probably forgot a lot. Charge in my head. I heart Jesus love y'all. Y'all have a great day. And leave in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I thought it was really good. Bye.